Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Like Queen Lisa. Today's Tuesday, so Satoshi Sean should be joining me any minute now. I sent him the link on Twitter. Sean, if you're watching this, go find the link on Twitter. Join me on the other side of this. You guys give us a like, share this video, and let's see if Sean shows up right after this.
America's not the government, people. The America is you. It is the Grand fucking Canyon, the Rocky Mountains, the deserts of the Southwest, the Pacific fucking Ocean, the Atlantic fucking Ocean. It is the grandest continent. And what the fuck have you people done? You have turned yourself into sheep, every goddamn one of you.
Hey, Sean, I wanted to play that video because you have been doing some work back through your archives with your interviews with McAfee and his wife Janice, and I think it's been pretty interesting. He was made out to be quite the crazy man by the folks over at Netflix and several other places.
He was a crazy man, though.
Well,
and that's
he's a wild one for sure.
Yeah. Well, if you look, and I think it's so weird because we're part of history, you know.
But he seems less and less crazy the more these things move forward when you see what's going on in the world. You know,
going back through the footage, man, there's stuff that we talked about, like, that was insane, like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then when we went through it with, the gingivitis outbreak, it all happened.
I know.
It was weird.
People were like, "Oh, your government would never do that."
Yeah, people would never do that. Everyone that says,
they would never do that.
Government's gonna take my guns and pry them from my cold dead hands. It's not gonna be that way, dude. People they're gonna come and you'll be like,
you won't even know what happened.
I'll be angry, but they'll that's the thing. Most of those people, air quotes, but too lazy to do that, are law-abiding citizens. So they'll probably go along with it. I will not.
Comply. I saw I really like that Russell Brand guy.
Me too.
Other than his farting crow or whatever, but he's just so common sense, in your face. I can't believe his channel hasn't been taken down.
I know.
That does give me a lot of hope because he does tell the truth a lot.
But he does it the way that I used to do it, or I try.
With humor.
Yeah, but you don't say, "Hey, this is the deal," or even "This is what I think." You're just like, "Hey, look at this."
Isn't it weird that?
And then people are telling you, "Well, that means this." Well, I don't know. I guess it could.
Think for yourself.
Yeah.
Get those critically thinking cogs moving. So there was recently, Biden made this big promise to get one of his election promises that he was going to, let everyone out of prison that had anything to do with the marijuana charge. Yeah. And then what actually he ended up saying or doing is that he said, I am going to pardon everyone with a federal possession charge. Not one single person qualifies because there is no federal charge for possession of marijuana.
That is not true.
Well, that's what he said.
I just said that this is a big deal.
Okay, so tell me.
There's a fellow.
There's one person that got out.
Of Kyle. Kyle is hilarious. Kyle had the 6th biggest YouTube channel of all time. Kyle was a professional Russian. If anybody knows
Professional Russian.
knows what I'm talking about already.
Okay.
Kyle started this a long, long time ago. Thanks, I Am for I Am. It's doing actually really, really well. Everyone is giving, telling me they like it. Took me a while to put it all together, but I'm really glad. So this guy, Kyle, he has his channel's still there. It's called FPS Russia. It's amazing. It was it was like the start of YouTube craziness. It helped launch YouTube. So Kyle did a fake Russian accent, and now there's huge gun YouTubers. Demolition Ranch, Donut, Operator, Grand Thumb, Administrative Results, Brandon Herrera, the AK guy, all these huge gun YouTubers with millions of followers.
Okay.
And it was all started because of FPS Russia, basically.
Oh.
So he would go on and talk with his Russian accent. I think he lived in Texas, but he would blow stuff up, shoot stuff, tons of guns, and he made buttloads of money. And because he got tens of millions of views, and it was really pushing, just showing how far you could go with freedom in the U.S. and then guns and all that. And the government really didn't like that. So there's a whole big, it's like McAfee. There's tons of could have like 3 or 4 movies on it, but he had a partner, that also had a firearms license and a gun store, and that's one way they got so many of the weapons that they did. And anyway, this guy ended up dead with a bullet to the head. And there was an investigation, all that. The FBI came in, and this guy, by the way, $500,000 in personal firearms. Not a lot of the stuff that was sent to him to show on just his own personal firearms, $500,000. So the FBI and the feds come in, and they go after him
because his friend was killed.
Yeah, well, they just wanted to, stop him.
Okay.
And they got him for a marijuana possession because he had some pot in his house. Well, his girlfriend had it. He got
it was a federal charge.
Federal charge, 60 days in federal prison for having marijuana. When he went to prison, everybody thought he was fake. Everybody thought he was a snitch. They're like, dude, nobody goes to federal prison for 60 days.
For possession of a federal charge.
And then, he had to explain it. And then there's prison stories, which are hilarious. So anyway, but he gets out. All of his firearms have been confiscated, and now he's a felon. He can't own any. So he is stopped. So if this pardon can go through for him,
interesting.
It would be massive.
So he would be the one person that would benefit from that, I guess.
And he's the one person that they would not want to do that for. That would piss off the intelligence community, which is, Biden's not going to do that. Just that it's been brought up. I think as soon as I heard that, I was like, oh my God, this could change everything for.
Well, so if you listen to Biden's words, or the former vice president's words, that I thought it was really interesting on the Russell Brand show. He says, I'm gonna talk to them about making it not a Schedule I drug. He makes this joke, and he's like, and right after I give him a talking to, I'm gonna slam my fist on the table, and right after that, I'm gonna drag him by the ear or whatever. Like, it's not like I'm going to do this or it's gonna happen. It's like,
because I have the power.
I'll talk to him.
Wipe out student debt, and I can do this, and I have the power to, I'm like an emperor. Pot. Well, I'll talk some people about. I'll talk
to him.
Yeah, look into the matter, but it's pretty obvious. You look like such a girl.
I am a girl.
You are the girl. You're literally, I'm not kidding. You are one of, if not the girliest girl that I know. You're cold, wrapped up. It's like finally cool. I don't have to use the air. The air's actually still on.
No, it's cold here. It's like below 50.
Yeah, it's gonna be 40 here.
Yeah, it got down in the 30s last night. I had to have Charlie bring in my bougainvillea, and like it's cold.
I don't
Turn
know.
the heater on.
Heaters. We're not using the heater.
Had a fireplace going this afternoon.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. It was 90 something degrees. Just what?
I know.
So-
Cannon had a swim party for his birthday on Saturday.
Yeah, and then
It was swimming.
it's gonna be 40 degrees tonight.
They said it's supposed to snow here by Friday, which is my birthday. So that'd
Really?
be kind of cool. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had snow that early
I gotta get water in my hot tub.
here. Yeah.
Finally gonna use my hot tub, and it's gonna be cold. But okay. What do you got
Are you
planned?
gonna hot tub for my birthday?
That sounds pornographic, but you gonna film it? Okay, yeah. I could try. I gotta call have an electrician come out. But I found a friend of mine who's dating my ex-girlfriend, who's
Nice.
still a little bit weird on me. She's been weird on me since high school.
Does she still wear your clothes to sleep?
Yeah, she does.
Oh, that's weird.
She told me that a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah, people that do that, I think that's very weird. Like you break up with someone, but then you still wear their clothes to sleep. That's just very strange.
Wow, she's like a little creepy. You know,
Yeah.
where it's on that, but
Like rabbit in the pot, kind of creepy.
yeah, like is that a
Stalker.
shadow? Who is that? Oh, that's Lori. It's,
Hmm.
it's but I mean, she's like the only girl that I broke up with. I think she is. No, yeah, because she cheated on me, but I didn't break up with her for cheating on me. No, I broke up with someone else. 2 girls. I think I found out she cheated on me afterwards, but I didn't like her anymore, and
That could do it.
I never broke up with anyone because I would date them.
Oh, I see.
I hate to hurt people, but I was at a party. This is like high school. This is a long time ago.
Mhm.
I was at a party, and her friend was very, very attractive. Was like hitting on me and stuff, and wanted to like make out and all. I was like, I can't. You know, I'm still dating her. So I called
Be a
her.
problem.
I called her at 1 a.m. Woke her parents up and had them give her the phone. And I broke up with her and then made out with her friend. Because I wouldn't even date her. I wasn't going to cheat on her. I've never cheated. So I was like, hey, I want to break up with you. I'm sorry, it's just not working. She's like, you called me to wake me up for this? I'm like, yes, because
I'm going to go make out with your friend.
Your friend, Jawanja.
Jawanja.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
You.
Sounds like it. Well, anyway. So what's going on with Bitcoin? There is like all these headlines about it not completing did you see all this?
No, nothing weird.
Oh,
Just
come on.
It's going down, man. We could hit 13,000.
No, not that. It'll go worse than that if this happens. It fails to produce a block for over an hour. Oh, this was on Monday.
So we're all good now.
So 13,000 transactions stuck on Monday.
Oh.
85-minute block interval.
Did you want to?
Why would that be?
If that it doesn't make sense. What was the hash rate at that time? Unless something huge was interrupted. I wanted to ask you about something, but I don't know if you want to talk on the stream. The last text you sent about the eyelashes.
Yeah.
So confused on that. I've watched it. The commercial.
My promoted tweet stuff.
What is the weirdness? And wag the dog. I was like, what?
Okay, I can show you.
I don't want to. buy the eyelashes, even though I don't need them. They seem cool.
Okay, so I don't know if I can send it back to myself. Let me see, because I didn't send it. I didn't retweet it.
Or magnetic eyelashes.
Yeah, hold on. So last night, there was. Whoops, my airplane turned on. Last night, my son.
You have an airplane?
No,
You
on my
said I have my
phone.
airplane turned on.
Airplane mode.
I know, but I'm funny.
Okay. Yes, you're hilarious. Okay. No, I'm funny. You're
Yes.
beautiful.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So the last night my son was talking about, he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, the servers are gonna be down on Fortnite for 2 hours. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, there's a new installation and whatever. And so I start looking at it and I'm like,
Yeah.
what? And so then I videoed him explaining it and I sent it to you in public, where he's explaining to me that the servers are going to be down on Fortnite for the new installation of the 10-22-20. And it's, I think it was at 4 a.m. Eastern, which would have been 3 a.m. our time.
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to be asleep anyway. Don't worry about it.
The
You aren't
Ruger
even.
1022?
Do what?
The Ruger 1022?
I don't know.
It's like a very famous class. It's like the classic 22 rifle.
Oh, okay. So then this morning, I got, and probably at about that time, if you look at when it was posted, dang it, where is it? It says that the, where I can send it here and then I'll be able to see it on my computer. Hold on. It said that the installation is complete. And I've been watching like Dirty Money on Netflix. If you go watch the one Dirty Gold.
Yeah, yes. I'm going to watch it. It's in the list.
Yeah, that was incredible. I don't know that we can use gold moving forward because of that. I think that'll be really interesting to see how that all plays out. And then, what was the other one? Oh, how weird. And it looks totally different on the computer than it does on my phone. It had 3.
So the installation is complete. Didn't have anything to do with the eyelashes.
Yes, it did. Well, it means something else. They're installing someone else, I think.
From the eyelashes?
Yes. Watch what it shows. It puts an eyelash on. Watch this.
Okay.
Can you see what I can see?
I can see, yeah.
Okay, here's one eye, right? Or
Yeah.
third eye, whatever. Then over here, watch this video. And they put it on like a mustache there. And then they put it on up on their eyebrow. And then they put it on the side of a dog.
Yeah.
Installation is complete. Waterproof. Which waterproof is a calm thing. Like they'll do a lot of these with waterproof and they'll like pour water over jackets or gloves or different things.
Click on the Video Secrets, the actual
Oh, I didn't think to do that.
Page.
Go to the page. Okay, hold on. I have to. Oh, 3D quantum magnetic eyelash. Okay, hold on. Wait, it's not sharing the right.
I think it's just Super Asian going through the.
No, hold on. Quantum
translator
magnetic eyelash partner set.
$15.99.
49 off. 3D quantum magnetic eyelash. Overlap effect. Don't forget some of your friends and families.
Later, I can make payments on the $16.99.
And it was $33.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be $16.99.
33. What's 3 plus 3?
6.
Turn those 2 9s upside down. What do you got?
I don't know, 66.
Yeah, 666.
Oh, 666. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Your lash routine just got easier and better. Do you want a lash faster, more accurate method? Attach, clip and glam, remove and reuse. I don't know.
Yes, but what does this have to do with anything?
Before and after. I don't know. That looks like a dude before and then a girl after. This
Probably.
2-in-1 beauty tool. I think there's been a lot of governments that have turned over.
Yeah. But go to the
so-
video. Go to the Viti.
Also, you saw Macron with his big black eye and all that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's part of it. Go to what? What do you want me to show you?
Go to their Twitter page. How many followers do they have?
Go to their Twitter page. How do I go to their Twitter page?
Go back to the Twitter and just click on their,
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on. I have to go back and
There's
change
probably
pages.
a Twitter link there on the bottom of the page.
Well, my StreamYard's all messed up and it won't let me jump back and forth like it used to.
So adorable. Your bundle. You're so bundled up. Like
184 followers.
Doesn't seem like this would be a big place.
It doesn't. And here's the other thing. Merry Christmas. Get the 50%
Christmas. They didn't say Happy Holidays. So let's be honest.
No. But it also has like all of these that I get, these promoted tweet things, all the ads look the same. Look, there's not even a single tweet on there.
Okay. That is weird because they tweeted that tweet. There's a tweet.
On October 6th, they tweeted the tweet.
But it's not
and
there.
now it's not there.
But you can still see the tweet. It's not that the tweet was removed. It's not even that the tweet's, what's the word? Private.
And it's called Viti Secrets.
Okay, that was weird too. But okay, this is weird. We sell household things such as cups and combs. It was a weird thing.
It's weird. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but then you were like to wag the dog, and I was like, this just seems so strange.
But who has a mustache right now would be installed or uninstalled?
Hitler.
Well, he's not alive right now. I'm saying current government.
I don't know. There's nobody with a mustache.
That's what I'm thinking is I can't think of
South
who
American
is.
people, but that's
Well, South America is a big deal. We've been stealing their gold and the money launderers, the drug money. That Dirty Gold movie on Netflix is like it upset me.
Why? I want to tell me about it
because it's like hurting these people of South America. They're working for nothing. They're working
kind of like blood diamonds.
Yes, it's like blood diamonds, but they're using gold and they're stealing their own country's resources to get paper dollars, US paper dollars, and they're using mercury to separate the gold from the other sediment and whatever. So they're poisoning themselves, their children, the food, the water. Like it's very heartbreaking to see the destruction of
especially Mexico and South America, where they're eroding everything with water just to get
and abusing people that are financially struggling, so they're allowed to be used and abused by these weffers.
This is not new. It's rather the same.
I don't care. It hurts my heart.
It is a sad thing, but yeah.
Needs to stop.
Well, we need to change as humans. You know that long thing you sent me on Facebook, the really long one?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of stuff in that was like
yeah, my husband sent me that. I'm not sure.
Changing how we really need to change as just a species,
Yeah, the mindset. Like remove the money altogether, like stop thinking about it that way.
Keith talked about that, just like
Yes.
money's not needed, and something that like especially sci-fi nerds don't like to talk about, but sci-fi or like Star Trek and all that, it's all very socialist.
Well,
Because
and if we had free energy,
Mhm.
and I believe that we do have free energy. I believe it's withheld from us. I believe that's
Yes.
why they started putting the smart meters on, because then first they started it with, oh, you can average your billing. So, well, if you average your billing out, they can raise or lower it, and then there's no proof because it doesn't
Yeah, that's what they've
it
done
doesn't
to
go
me.
back to the unit.
That's what they've done to me. I
So
want
they
an average.
averaged your
I want the
billing.
average billing right when I go on the average billing. At the end of the winter,
Right.
I want an average billing because I have my cheap winter,
Hmm.
and then I was like, oh, before summer, I'm gonna go on the average billing, but now it's crazy ridiculous. I
Because
mean,
they can manipulate it like crazy, and it doesn't go back to any account of unit
also
account.
I'm paying like 18 cents a kilowatt hour now
Hmm.
from 7
Wow.
to 18.
Which I had heard they were going to raise all
They
of
did. They
the costs of energy.
raised everyone's rates, and mine is now on a month to month because my contract ended, and they just put me on it. Because I was wondering why the hell it was so high.
Yeah.
But then in Texas, we can pick different utility companies. I went and looked. I have one of the cheapest there is,
Wow.
and a lot of my friends are like, "No, man, I only pay 10 cents or 9 cents." That's
Well, it's
you have
like that old saying where they're like, you choose, you live in a free society. You
yeah,
can choose party A or party B.
party A light.
Yes, which
Yeah.
is basically the
That's the
same.
thing. Did you see that thing that I put up with what John said? It's like they're both the same party.
Yes.
You think but they're all just as
They're
corrupt.
giving you this fantasy of a
It's
choice.
a fake
Yeah.
choice. And if there ever is a third choice, it's not.
Yeah. Would you like to use the big fork
We had
or the
Perot.
small fork?
We had Perot.
Yeah.
Perot? Was it Perot?
He ran.
What is his name? Perot?
Ross Perot, the little guy with the
Perot. That
tiny
doesn't
voice.
sound better. Okay.
Yeah.
I just think of Hercule Perot. Perot
Oh,
just doesn't sound right. I just think of.
no. You
Okay.
were right.
Yeah. He did like 10% or something. It was huge. And then libertarian, it's a joke. Every election's a joke for libertarians.
Mhm.
Bernie Sanders was the only one that was independent. It's just, but also the founding fathers said, if you have a party system, that is something that can destroy the republic. They
Right.
literally said there's like 5 or 6 things. Don't do this. This could destroy the republic. Don't do this. This could destroy the republic. In the banks, they laid it out. Don't do this with the banks.
Right.
It could destroy
When
everything.
we did it 6 times or whatever you said.
Yeah, this is the 4th time.
4th time we've
Or 5th time.
allowed the
Yeah,
banks to buy
we've-
us out. So with that said, I will say that I was watching the Jim Willie interview. I was texting with him last night, and he's like, "Hey, I just did a video with John Claude," and I was like, "Oh, cool." So I watched it today or listened to it today, and he was talking about how in Louisiana has thrown out BlackRock because they went woke with their investments. And today I saw another article about another state, Missouri's doing the same thing. So if more and more states will throw out BlackRock and things like that, then I think that is moving towards that thing where states can be independent again. And Public sent us the video of the flag when Trump spoke.
Funny you should bring him up.
In Ohio.
Funnier you should bring up the flag. That's weird.
I love the flag.
Well, but I'm about to say something, and I was thinking it, and you took it out of my head. It's like you're reading my mind. So there's another flag, which has like 42 states, or anyway. I watched this thing, and this guy's a singer, and he was talking about how we should go to this flag because some of these states are not part of the union anymore. It was like California, New York, and some, the ones you would think, because like they don't recognize the Constitution.
Mm.
But the thing about the public, and this is kind of woo-woo, is that if you know what PayPal did, right? Or they were doing,
Yes.
they walked
Yeah.
back. That is straight up from like Dark Matter, the sci-fi show.
So Putin is doing the same thing right now to Amazon.
Well, there's a lot of this like post-apocalypse or even, just super dystopian future kind of thing where
Hazel.
government's there. There's still a government and it's very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
But corporations run things too. And they have their own armies. They arrest people. They have their own jails. And the government is not as powerful as like 3 corporations. So but then the corporations fight themselves. They
Here's
have
my
wars,
new book.
all that. I think we were getting a glimpse of that with PayPal. They were literally saying, we're making a law that we don't want you to say this or do this or post this. We will fine you up to $2,500 per offense. They were taking the role of complete government, police, setting the law, all of that. And that was just put out there. I think if like Louisiana you were talking about, which Louisiana, some of the worst things have happened when it comes to our freedom. But I think a lot of government is seeing now that corporations have gotten so big that we're looking at something like that. Because if you look at Amazon's accepted in places where the U.S. government really isn't. So we have this. We're in a weird time.
Yeah. So Putin is right now basically penalizing Amazon, just like what PayPal was trying to do to people who had alternative points of view. Yeah. But I guess the Section 230 is in America that Amazon or would it be Amazon? Yeah. Is protected under, or is it Google?
Well, it's another thing John said when he was in Cuba. He said the United States says that cruise ships and people on vacation can't go to Cuba, even though Cuba is a sovereign country. And the cruise companies, not just like Carnival or whatever, United States, literal foreign companies that are not connected to the United States, our government can tell them, hey, you can't go to this country for vacations. You can't. It's just it's odd. It's so.
It is strange.
It's so weird, and it goes against what America stands for, as far as freedom and all. And then Roach was talking about how everything was all theater.
Mm-hmm. Here's another thing that I see in my promoted tweets a lot is cats. Well, what if it's talking about this kind of cats?
What is that, cats?
It's like a satellite thing.
Yeah, what is it? What does it stand for?
Hold on.
What does it say under cats? Does it say
little tiny print? Hold on. Let me see. Rapid Cats, ISIS Rapid Cats. Our industry and research instruments, dual use for planetary surveillance. Certainly, the International Space Station, ISS, is used to test various instruments. Here, the Cloud Aerosol Transport System, CATS, Cloud Aerosol Transport System.
So that would be like chemtrails, but using clouds?
I don't know. Employs LIDAR, LIDAR, to measure location, composition, distribution of aerosols, pollutant, dusty plasma, smoke, and other particulates. Yeah, because this is my book about Under an Ionized Sky. So there was that, and then there was one about socks, cat socks. Well, whose cat was named Socks?
Clinton. So LIDAR, remember when Jurassic Park? It's a real thing. They have like a machine has a shotgun shell, and it shoots the shotgun at the ground, and that sends off like a vibration, and then
Okay.
a computer reads the vibration, and you get kind of like a map of anything that's underground. That's how they found the skeleton of the dinosaur in Jurassic Park. After they did that, it came up,
Oh.
and then he touched the screen, and it made. He's like, "Oh, I break computers." But
So this is saying it uses it in the air, though. Like this is a
well, I think the L in LiDAR stands for lasers, so I think it's. Let me look it up.
location, composition.
Light detection and ranging LiDAR. So it's a laser imaging detection and ranging,
and
sometimes
ranging.
called 3D laser scanning. LiDAR. That's weird. If you look at this picture, you would go nuts. LiDAR, light detection and ranging, is a remote sensing method used to examine the surface of the Earth. LiDAR data collection using NOAA, NOAA, survey aircraft reveals top-down and side view of Loggerhead Key Lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
This picture looks like a tree. It's weird. Okay.
Very interesting. All right, let's jump over to your channel. We'll keep talking about this and other weird stuff.
Remember to hit the like button before y'all leave.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks, you guys, for joining us over here.
Yeah.
I have something coming up on. I have an interview with Andy Sheckman on Twitter Spaces tomorrow night. So if you're on Twitter, make sure you're following me and Miles Franklin Co. And I will be streaming it for my Patreon. So join my Patreon, and you can get a behind the scenes kind of.
I wanted to say something to you and tell you something. I want to talk about your channel, not mine, because
Okay.
I don't know if I should talk about my channel because it's being watched. But I'm trying to.
My numbers are so down. Like
Yeah,
I
well,
know I'm getting hit right and left.
It's one of the things, man. It'll
Yeah.
help. So I'm trying to get on with a company that would help me with ad revenue and sponsorships, but they're really huge. They do like product placement for movies and things like that. They did the product placement for like John Wick. So they're massive. I've tried to get with other YouTubers who, a lot of YouTubers are really nice on camera and they're dicks. I mean, they really are. But so I found out who represents them, and I just called them the other day. They're in Detroit. Just called them, and I think that God works in mysterious ways. So I'm going to tell the story here because I can't.
Okay.
Because they're watching it anyway. So I call. Don't get through. It's just rings, and there's different departments. So I go just to another department, and I say, "Hey, I'm still Sean on a YouTube channel. I want to, look at representation, blah, blah, blah." I said, "Okay." So they put me through. This guy answers, "You're gonna die." And I start telling him about me. He pulls me up. He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Well, we would, we might want to bring you into the tribe." And I was like, "Yeah, I know you mainly work with like gun YouTubers and other people, but I think that I always thought that the freedom aspect of the 2A community and crypto would work really well together."
Yes.
And then I said, "Yeah, I just did an interview with Janice McAfee, John McAfee's wife. Check that out." And then he goes, "All right, well, Sean, I want to ask you something. I want you to be honest with me." I'm like, "Okay. Is he alive?"
Oh, he did not.
I swear. I was like, who? John, is he alive? And then I was like taken aback. And I was like, I was like, well, honestly, I believe the same thing that his wife does and other people, that he did bribe people. He was trying to get out and he had a plan, and that they double crossed him. And he was like, okay. And then he starts going off on conspiracy stuff, right? Like about it. It's like things that a normal person doesn't, stuff like we do,
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, did you know that? Oh, I didn't know that. And then he goes, I actually had a YouTube channel, and I tried talking about this stuff, but they canceled my channel on YouTube. Shut me down.
then you know our pain.
Dude, Ted, I told Ted, and he was like, "Damn," he goes, "You're lucky." He's like, "Oh, that's crazy." So then, I'm like, telling him all this stuff and talking, but he was so interested in everything
Mhm.
because of that, and he's like, "Okay, I really do want to bring you on. We have a meeting on Monday, and I'm gonna bring this up to everyone, and we'll talk about bringing you in and what capacity." And I was like, "Yeah, if, you need someone to do like interviews and things, I could do that too." So really excited for it. I hope it
That's
goes through.
awesome.
Um,
Yes, I hope so too.
it'll help my channel grow, which definitely I'll spread it around. Use any
Yes.
of my success to help you and all.
Oh, thanks.
But
Yeah.
still haven't heard back. So
That's exciting though. Yeah.
yeah,
Any of that growth. I mean, I do think that the freedom movement or independent mindset is growing. Like I said, we had Cannon's birthday party, and one of my dear friends that, we were single moms together. We had kids with special needs. We had kids that we've adopted. We have like a lot of history together. We're both foster moms at one point, and we just were really close. And then she was in a world of, a lot of medical stuff. And so when the gingivitis outbreak happened, we kind of diverged, and never had any like conflict or anything like that. I think it just was kind of like, she probably watched my channel and was like, oh, she doesn't,
yeah,
I don't know. I think some people, especially when your income is based on that, it can feel, I'm sure it's threatening to a lot of people that, these things are coming out. Look at why they're fighting back at letting these things come out, the information.
mhm.
And so, but she's always been like about health and nutrition and, eating gluten-free and organic and all this kind of stuff. So like the two things didn't resonate with me. Well, now here we are 2.5 years later or whatever. And she's saying the same things that we were trying to say when she stopped talking to me. And my
It's
husband and I are looking at each other, and I'm just like,
That's very interesting that you say that. Put a pin in that. So I want to talk about survival.
okay, let's go over to your channel and you can tell
I will
me
see
your
you guys there.
experience.
Remember, push like
You
button,
guys,
make sure you subscribe.
yeah,
Be all over
give
my
us,
channel.
yeah,
Start
give us
talking.
a like here and leave a comment on your way out the door. I really appreciate it. And we'll meet you over at Sean's channel, Satoshi Sean on YouTube. The link is in the description here.
Or my handle is @Satoshi Sean. You can just look that up.
There you go.
All right.
See you guys.